welcome to our free Feel Good workout, which I do every Friday on my YouTube channel and on Zoom with my amazing mother-in-law who's 76 and will be joining me shortly. All my sessions are saved on YouTube, so please share them, please use them, please try and do a couple a week, or even if you can't fit in a whole session, a small exercise snack, which is what we're going to show you today from my book, The Feel Good Fix, is so beneficial to our health. There's lots of information here about diabetes, about Alzheimer's, about cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, osteopenia, the menopause, and beyond. It's all ages. So we're actually going to use my book today to go through my Feel Good fitness prescription. So hopefully some of you have got my book. If not, it's available on all online retailers and bookshops. So please grab a copy. I know it's on offer a lot of the time on Amazon. So please have it. And what we're going to start with, we're going to all take a seat, is the section on mind snack. So this is the mindful breath snack. We're going to do a 4-6 breath. And I'm just quickly read while you just sit down, maybe close your eyes, tune into your breath. This is your moment to just be with your body, a mindful minute, like I call it. So the power of a longer exhale is incredible. The trick is definitely one to put in your Feel Good toolkit before bed or anytime you need to chill out and relax. When we take slow, deep breaths, it elicits a state of calm and relaxation and signals our nervous system to switch from sympathetic, the fight or flight, to parasympathetic mode, which is your recover and relax. It's also a great way to start our workout because we're often leading these busy lives. So all we're going to do, it says method, is simply breathe in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 6 seconds. That's it. There's no app, no special mantra or anything fancy, just the power of your breath. Just sit down, breathe and benefit. And really, I've written here, I think you'll feel the benefits from just 1 minute of this intentional breathing that increases relaxation, instills calm, allows you to be present, helps alertness, and promotes mental fitness. So we're going to just close our eyes like the book says, and we're going to just breathe for a minute or so. Tune into your breath, maybe place your hands on your lap, or maybe even one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, so you can really breathe in. Try and breathe in through your nose. I've written in my book about the benefits of nasal breathing and the science behind that. You can breathe out through your mouth or your nose. And I'm going to count us, so breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just keep your eyes closed. Now return to a normal breath, whatever feels good for you. Check in with yourself. I definitely feel calmer. How do you feel? Just have that moment to see the difference, maybe in a minute. And then keep your eyes closed. Let's rub our hands together, generate some heat. And then place those hands over your closed eyes. Bring a smile to your face. Take a positive inhale. And then open your eyes slowly. When you're ready, release the hands away, letting in all the light. And I hope you feel good. So today we're doing something slightly different to show you how accessible the snacks are in my book. So if you've got my book, obviously you know you have QR codes straight to videos that go straight on to demonstrate all the exercises. But we're going to do the seated circulation snack, which is on page 183. So when mummy comes, I'm going to get her to read out the exercises. So you can do these seated or standing. I'll demonstrate both. We're going to start. So it's imagining a clock view, and we're going to draw big circles. So seated or standing, always let's start with our desk snack. Vinu uncle, I can see you on Zoom with my book, which is brilliant. So bringing the shoulders up, back and down. It's on page 183, I believe, of my book. And we're going to just start circling out the neck. So engage your stomach muscles. That means try and draw them in, belly button towards your spine. Throughout the workout, we're going to try and also maintain good posture. Use that breath that we did, whether you're seated or standing. Maybe change direction. So 4 or 5 the other way. Just easing out any tension in your neck. This is our mobility part. Really important to work the joints, get them nice and lubricated, all the synovial fluid around the joints, getting it nice and warm. The second one is large, so shoulder circles. So you're going to lift your shoulders up. You could stay seated or standing, lifting them up, and then we're going to bring the shoulders into a nice circle. So all I'm doing is circling out my shoulders. Again, trying to maintain good posture, straight back, neck neutral to spine, seated or standing. This one feels really nice. And then the other way, coming forward, seated or standing, whatever works for you, because I've had all ages, all abilities. Use the workout. Carry on with those shoulder circles, because next we move into our arm circles. So we could do single arm, or you could do double arm, whatever works for you. You might feel that one side is a little bit easier to go round, sweeping by your ear. We're going backwards, almost like swimming. Good, I can see some of you that are a bit more mobile, even moving into a nice rhythm, like a backstroke, a little bit faster if you want. Good, maybe we try some doubles if you haven't. Use that breath that we talked about at the beginning throughout the exercise. Keep breathing. And then I can feel that warming up. Can you guys? We're going to come forward, circling out. So let's come forward, either full circles. Good morning to my mum, Kamasha, who I can see on Zoom. Good morning to so many of you. That's lovely. Coming forwards on YouTube. Lovely to see you all, where this will be safe for you to repeat and relax. Do you feel a little bit warmer? We're going to start with our left leg circle. So in the book, this is seated, but if you're stand, please balance, but make sure you have something to hold on to so you don't fall. We're lifting one leg, we're keeping the hips still, and we're drawing circles in both directions. So we're going to do left and right leg. So if you're standing, I'm going to demonstrate. You just need to make sure you've got support. The wall is ideal. And you're going to hold your core in, and you're going to start circling out the leg. So do one side 5 times, and then change direction. See how it feels on the hips? Even when you're seated, our hips get really tight. So just working that hip joint. There's a big ball and socket joint in your hips. It's really good if you can't get up, or if you're watching TV at night and you just want to add in a little bit of mobility, and our hips carry our stress as well. We hear about a lot of hip replacements as we age, so we want to keep them mobile. Great balancing. If you need the support, please use it. Some of you are quite advanced, so you can even try doing the circles unaided, but always have support near you, please. Good. So both legs, have you done your 5? And then maybe the other direction. So using our brain to keep the brains fit, we are making sure we do both directions. I'm just adjusting my camera for YouTube there, just to make sure that you can see my feet as well, because we want really good form and technique. How does that feel? So keep circling out. The next one is our spinal twist. So this is a really good snack on page 183 of my book. And it goes through everything you can do seated while you're watching TV. So if we were seated, hands are behind our ears, or standing, opening out the elbows, keeping everything nice and straight and tight in front. We're going to twist round, just a small movement. Exhale, inhale. Breathe out, breathe in. You should feel this in your spine. Try and keep your elbows open. So my mom, I'd love you to open out your elbows even more so that you've got that chest expansion, because all of this gets tight when our posture starts getting into that rounded spine, which is so common with technology, sitting long periods, twisting round. Good. Could you feel that? And coming back to the middle. The next one we've got are ankle and wrist circles. This one is going to be harder standing, so please have support. If you're standing, you're going to lift one leg and we're going to circle out the wrists if we can and the ankle. If you're seated, the same thing, lifting the leg up, using the muscles in our legs and circling out. Now this is a nice one for our brains. We want to keep our brains fit to reduce risks of things like dementia and Alzheimer's, and so much research is pointing to exercise being one of the best ways to reduce those risks. Let's change directions, because when we change directions, we've got to try and use our brain to coordinate those movements. Doesn't this feel good? This feels quite challenging with my leg up, even seated, because I'm really working these quadricep muscles that support the knees. So this is a really good strengthening exercise, as well as that circulation, getting the blood flowing. Maybe change legs, think about the direction you're going. This is quite challenging, getting a nice circle in the same direction. And then let's change direction for the last few. If you're standing, great balance on one leg. Be careful. 2 and 1. Well done. We're doing a similar one, pointing and flexing. So I would stay seated. It says lift with your feet lifted or down. We're going to straighten the legs and point your toes away. And we're going to stretch out our fingers at the same time. And then we're going to flex the toe towards yourself and make your hands go into a fist. The hands are basically pointing and flexing, yeah? So we're going in that direction. You can have your arms straight and do it nice and straight, but it's lovely for all the blood flow to your fingers, moving those wrists, and we're working the tops of our legs. So I can do both legs if I've got them down, pointing the toes away, hands are nice and pointed, and then bringing the toes towards me. I'm flexing and really tightening my wrists. So pointing and flexing. You could try with your legs up. So this is a bit harder. Can you see my feet are off the ground? Now I'm pointing and I'm flexing. Pranam, Mummy. Good morning. How are you? Good. Glad you could join us. Pointing, flexing. So whenever Mummy's ready, she can do it with her feet down, or you can do it with your feet up. I'll show feet down then. Pointing, fingertips straight, fingers straight, and then flexing to a nice fist. 1 or 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Is your back straight? Are your stomach muscles engaged, even in these simple exercises? And flex. 1 more. We're doing them from my book, Mummy. We're on number 9. Do you want to read that one out? Heel raises.
Heel raises and toe raises.
So do you want to do method? Lift your heels.
Lift your heels and press down on your tiptoes. Then press heels down and lift your
toes. So this is quite hard standing. I'm going to try with the support here. So I'm first lifting or standing, and then I'm putting my pressure on my heels and I'm actually lifting my toes. So lift your heels, press down on your tiptoes. I'm getting nice and tall. Then press the heels down and lift your toes. Where do you feel this, Mummy? You feel it good? So it's actually the front, so it's our shins and then our calves as we lift the heels up. Yep, so if you're doing it nice and slow, or if you've got support, obviously some of you I can see on Zoom are starting to do it standing. This is quite a nice one. Even when you're maybe cooking, or I'm thinking when I'm typing and I want to stand up and just lengthen out the legs from a lot of sitting. And then last exercise of our circulation snack.
March on the stop.
On the spot, yeah.
Literally the spot.
So we're going to get marching, everyone. So Mummy, you can pass me that. We're using my book today to go through a lot of the different exercise snacks, just as an example, so people know the book has got everything in it, and it's got videos that you just take a picture with your camera and it goes straight to the videos. These QR codes are on the pages. We could go faster, or you could go slow. You can use your arms. Let's try and go for 10 more seconds just to up the pace. Keep breathing. Lovely work. We are getting our steps in from indoors. Can you feel the heart rate going up? Yeah, lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe and relax. So, well done. We did a breath snack from my book. Then we did the seated circulation snack. And now on page 185 is the cardio seated snack. So this is our cardio section. We're going to use the book again just for something different, because every workout I do is different. Number 1 is swimming. So we're going to visualize seated or standing. You can do them both. We're going to visualize doing some breaststroke first, but it also says forwards and backwards crawl. So we're going to do breaststroke with some. So we're going to go for about 30 seconds. I want you to imagine you are swimming in a beautiful blue ocean with the sun shining, with no worries in the world, breathing through. This is working our arms. If anyone wanted to add a little challenge to some of these, you could grab a set of tin cans or some really light bottles, something that's safe. Household objects are great. We could add in some light dumbbells, so you could just add a bit more weight if you wanted, but this is not our strength snack here. So if you are new to it, just your body weight is good enough, and then relax for a minute. Desk reset snack, which is in my book. We're going to bring the shoulders up, back and down. The shoulder desk. I just want you to keep that lovely posture. And then be careful if you're holding weights. We're going to do a forward stroke while we're marching. So this is adding again a bit of a challenge for our brains, which is really good. Circling through. Do you like this one? It's hard, right? To coordinate the legs and the arms. So this is where the neurons from our brain are sending those messages to lift the leg, coordinate the arms as well. You know, this is quite a good move. It's making everyone smile, I can see on Zoom, because you are trying to coordinate at the same time. But this is the beauty of movement. We are smiling. I want you to be happier and healthier. Your mood is hopefully boosting, and relax. Well done for a second. Mummy's going to read out the next one, our favorite, which is
Star jump.
Yeah, she's the star. You all are stars. Do you want to read it out?
Step 1, or both feet in and out with arms meeting to clap above your head.
Brilliant. So Mummy can demonstrate it. Seated, she can do both legs, or you can do one at a time. And I want to hear you clap. So you could go faster. This is without the jumps. These are all low impact exercises on purpose, this workout, because I want it to be accessible to everyone. And sometimes we don't feel like jumping. Even me, I might just be feeling a little bit tireder, but I can make it challenging by going faster. Shall we go for 10 seconds? Are you going to count down, Mummy? Good. Everyone count. 8, 7. Give yourselves a clap. Obviously break. Stop if you need to. Rejoin if you need a little break. Yay! Give yourselves a clap. So can you feel your heart rate now going up? And while Mummy reads out the next one, I can see Shanti having a sip of water, or just take a few deep breaths. I want your heart rate to come down. Your stamina, your fitness improves, and you'll notice that with your recovery. When you're able to start maybe speaking a little bit easier straight after a bit of cardio. What's number 3?
High knees with rock pulls.
Good. So you want to read the description?
Lift one knee at a time up towards your chest while imaging pulling the rock with alternate arms.
Good. Now this is balance work. Please be careful because you are balancing. I want you to think about lifting that knee right up towards your chest, but using your lower abdominal muscles, these hard to reach ones. So Mummy, you can do it seated. Again, we're using our brain to try and coordinate. Don't worry if you can't do it the same as us. You find your rhythm, but really pull down the arms like you're pulling a rope. So we're starting to engage the muscles, and you know how important strength training is. It's going to be our next one. Little section here. How are you feeling, Mummy? 10 seconds. 9, everyone. 8. Good. Lovely work. Smile. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I didn't even go very fast on that. You could obviously go faster and challenge yourself. Play back this workout. Number 4 is?
Boxing.
Boxing. Brilliant. So what do we have to do?
Punch all your worries away while walking, jogging, or sprinting on the spot from your seat.
So you can walk, you can jog, or you can even sprint. And I can see Anu punching away already, Vinu uncle. We've got lots of you on Zoom. So Marion, lovely work. If you want to use tin cans, these are perfect here. While we punch away, I'm going to use some very light weights, and we're punching away all of our worries. This is my favorite little mental health snack, as well as getting your heart rate up. Really box it out. Oh, it's getting warm now. Shall we for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I just grabbed these weights and it was pretty hard, so well done. Some of you, challenge, are using your weights. How is everyone's heart rate out of 10? Out of interest. If 0 is I'm asleep, and 10 is Lavina, I can't do any more. My mum is showing a 7. Can we get some hands up? Andrew's a 6. Marion is a 7. Tarun auntie's a 6. Ayush auntie, Kirti Shah we've got, Ambujam auntie, Rashpal. We've got loads of you without videos on, but doesn't matter. Just check how you're feeling, and maybe we could get it to a 7 if you're a 6, or an 8. That's really good zone for aerobic training. What's the last exercise of this? Skipping. What do we have to do?
Hold an imaginary rope with your arms, circling and jumping or stepping with single or both feet as the rope swings.
Good. So got this imaginary rope. We don't need any fancy equipment for my workouts, as you know. This is going to be a fun one. Mummy, you could lift both feet up as you imagine that rope if you're seated. If you're standing, we're not jumping, but you can go into a little faster pace as a challenge. And I've got a lovely little rope, and just take this back to your childhood. So we've got no worries, nothing to, no cares, no stresses. I love a little bit of imaginary skipping. You used to skip at school? Yes? She was a Mombasa coast girl like my mum, so I'm sure they did lots of lovely skipping outdoors. So keep going if we can for 5 more seconds. 4. Challenge yourself if you want faster. And 1. Lovely. So breathe and recover. This is on page 185 of my book. There's lots of top tips here. a next step. So what you could add on, little things that you could do to maybe another snack in the book or another little challenge. Andrew, can see your book as well, and Vinu Uncle. Lovely to see you guys with the book. This is just to show you that there's lots in here for everyone. We're going to next do the seated strength snack. Obviously, I will show the exercises standing. Mummy will show them seated. This is on the next page, 188. This is a 5-minute snack that you can do at time of the day. The more you do through the day, the better it is for your health. Yeah, and all the benefits, the science behind it is in the book. Today we're just going to whiz through some of these. So we're going to start with number 1, which is
calls to shoulder press with heel raises.
good. So let's just demonstrate that one rather than read it out. So we know the bicep curl, we can do it without weight, and then you can add in your weights depending on your level. You're going to straighten out the arms, keep the elbows close to your body, stomach muscles tight, back straight, neck nice and neutral. Gluing those elbows in, I am curling up my hands towards my shoulders, and these are my biceps. I want to work these. These help with pulling, little like shopping bags, any type of carrying, lifting. This is why we want to maintain our independence. So let's start with some weight, but I'm going to show you what this one actually says. So this is a combo move. For anyone that wants to progress, we bring the hands to our shoulders, then we twist the palms away as we go up into a shoulder press, and then come back with our palms towards us, and then lengthen out the bicep curl. So this has got 2 moves. This is the bicep curl, shoulder press, and actually, Mummy, it says heel raises, which I only want you to do if you're seated, because if you're standing, I don't want to take it away from the exercise, but you could keep your heels up the whole time while you're doing each repetition, or for longer to challenge your calves. So seated is a great option for this combo move. Shall we grab some weights for you? We're going to aim for, it says here, you can do about a minute on each move. There's lots of ways you can progress this. It's written in the book as well. But let's do 10 repetitions, because that's great hypertrophy training for our muscles. So we're going to curl up, then twist the hands away, shoulder press up, coming back towards you, and then release it down. If it feels light, go slower. That's written in the book. There's a whole section, strength training. And obviously our muscles, for me, are the key for longevity, for helping with type 2 and type 1 diabetes, for controlling our blood sugar levels, for maintaining our independence as we age. They're endless. Are you counting, Mummy, while I try and explain some of the benefits of strength training? Good. We're on 6. So we're going nice and slow. We want perfect form. And it's always good to check in front of a mirror, because sometimes our weights, one side can be not as symmetrical. We might be weaker on one side. 8, good. And over time, I want you to play this back and start increasing the weight. So tin cans to plastic bottles to maybe laundry bottle or dumbbells, increasing them. And are we done? 10, beautiful. What is next, Mummy?
Shoulder press with alternative leg extensions.
Good. So from my book, we have got, again, shoulder press. But what we're going to do is we're going to sit down this one, and we're going to start doing our leg extensions. So this is where we lift one leg off the ground, and we're going to lift our shoulder press as we lift that leg, coming back down. We're going to alternate sides. And I want you to really feel in these quadriceps. This is where people say, I've got knee pain. We can strengthen that, even seated, using this exercise. And then we've also got the shoulder press. So shall we grab some weight? We just did some shoulder press, so maybe your muscles will feel it a little bit more. So think about the weight that you use. You can always start off lighter and increase even in between. So let's go for 10. Mummy's going to count for us. Good. Nice and slow. Good. They're really focused. Try and get that mind to muscle connection, which is where I'm focusing on my front thighs, my shoulders. I'm getting them nice and strong. Good. Increasing our muscle mass, which we start losing after the age of 30. 8. Can you feel this yet, Mummy? 9. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out as you do the hard part. And 10. Well done. So this next one is quite a tricky one. This is where I'd like people to practice without any weight first. Now, some of you may be able to do dips off your chair, which is actually a more complex exercise. It says on page 109 of my book, there's a whole video for dips. So I would say if you want to try dips off the chair, which I will demonstrate very quickly, but I don't want you to rush because this is your whole body weight. Otherwise, can you explain the 3?
Overhead triceps extensions.
So this is the harder dips.
Bend your elbows, hands clasped over the weight you are using, and lower the weight behind your head as far as you can, keeping your back upright, elbows close to your head and core engaged. And at the lowest point, strengthen your elbows and extend the weight back overhead.
So I would love you to try this even without a weight, because what I see now, because we're all rounding our spines, seated or using phones and technology, it's hard to even get your elbows from here to here, where we're nice and straight. So imagine you're holding your hands together without the weight. Your elbows stay close to your ears and your elbows are back. So I'm not rounded. Can you see the difference? I'm trying to keep my back straight, and then I'm lifting my arms up, straightening the arms. Breathe out. Good. Can you feel that? And we want to target here. These are the bingo wings, your triceps. Yep. So I can see some of you practicing. It's quite hard. Even body weight will work. So I'm just going to help. So I know, try that out. And Bujamanti's trying with the weight. So Kirti, Uncle Sean, I think your iPad. I want you to try and keep the elbows glued here. So the only thing moving is the forearm, top of your arms and your hands, going straightening and down. Can you see that? So I'm just going to show you a few more times and release. So give it all a shake out. Now try with maybe a plastic bottle. So I've even got my water bottle here, which is the perfect weight if I was at my desk. Obviously make sure it's shut. You could use that behind your head. Mummy's got a laundry bottle. We try to do about 10 with a little weight. So here I'm straightening the arms, coming up. Breathe out as you extend. I'm going to increase that to my dumbbell here and show you from the back. I'm straightening. Everything else stays still. Lift your chin up, Mummy, just slightly so your head is nice and straight to your back. Good. Can you feel it? 4. How many have we done? 3. Good. Nice and slow. 2 and 1. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Give me a thumbs up, or on YouTube, just drop a little comment. Let me know. It's quite a hard, which is why the book is really useful, because you can then just scan this QR code with any phone or iPad. It goes straight to YouTube and it will show you each exercise in a lot more detail. I'd love you to perfect that. That's quite a hard exercise. The next one, number 4.
Front and lateral raises. Arms straight, palms facing down, holding some light weights. Lift and lower your arms to the front, to shoulder height, then lift and lower to the side, to the shoulder height, and repeat.
Great. So this one, again, lots to think about. We can engage our pelvic floor. There's a pelvic floor snack in the book and on YouTube, but we're going to think about stomach muscles tight, more importantly and more easily in all the exercises. So practice your pelvic floor separately before you do it with an exercise, but I'm really straightening my back and I want you to go really slow. Tin cans are perfect. So do you want to use some tin cans? You don't want to go too heavy with this one. And I want you to think about when you come down, don't rush the movement down. I've written the science behind going nice and slow on this negative movement. This is where you get excellent results. People don't realize. And you kind of rush the movement. So shall we go for 10 sets? Yeah? Just to shoulder height. So let's go out to the side. Slow it down. Breathe out as you lift to the front. And nice and controlled down. Good. Mummy, you're going to have to count. Everyone count. Get into that zone. Really focus on you are getting strong, body and mind. Lovely. 4, great. If you can't do 10, you just do what you can and you come back to this workout and try and progress. That could be more repetitions. Lovely. And 6, this is a nice slow. Yep, 5, okay, good. I've got you, mummy. Keep counting. And to inspire everyone. I can see 80, 90-year-olds. I think we have Chun Singh, who is Ayush Auntie's brother from abroad, we're in the UK, but we have global participants on YouTube and Zoom. Lovely. 10, good. Last one. And breathe out. Well done. Do you feel that? Do you feel that, mummy?
Yes.
Great. Well done. So we're just doing one of each. In the book, you can repeat, obviously, the exercises. And then the last one we have got?
Chest press.
Chest press. Good.
Bend your arms to the side, holding your weights at right angles. Exhale as you push them inwards, almost like you are going to squeeze your elbows together in front of your chest.
Great. So did you hear that? Now, I already saw, because I can see myself in the camera, this wrist was bending. I want it nice and straight over my elbow. So 90 degrees if I had a protractor. Remember those in the maths lessons? So we're squeezing in and opening out. Now, this is a lovely one, especially when we're trying to prevent this rounding. I'm overemphasizing. We want to open out our chest and get these pectorals nice and strong. We can use some light weights. So, mummy, do you want to grab some light weights? Or if you're a beginner or just a little tired, just use no weight. So that's just your body weight. So palms forward, come back to perfect position each time. We're going to try and go for 10. Squeeze in. Inhale back to the position. Are you counting for me?
Yeah.
Can you count out loud, everyone? Another way to keep the brain fitter while we're moving. Oh, I can feel these. Woo! Have a little shake out. My mum's doing a head circle in between. Relax. Rejoin when you can. Lovely. 9 and 10. Oh, I could really feel those. Did you feel those? Obviously, the heavier you go, the better with strength training. Now, here's your chance. Just roll out your shoulders, have a little step out or do some breathing. I very quickly want to show you, if you have my book, which you can get tomorrow or even on Amazon Prime, very quickly, there's a section on strength training. This is your homework if you have my book. I'd love you to read page 61. You can maybe turn the page if you've got it. 61, just a bit of homework. and onwards, just a few pages. It says, don't focus on weight on your scales, focus on the weight you're lifting, but it's going to teach you a bit more about why we are doing strength training and how to actually progress. So I would love to, Tarun Auntie's got my book as well. Some of you have got it. I'd love you, if you have, to read that section if you can. That would be really, really useful, I think. Now, we've got a whole squat snack in the book. We're going to do our normal drill because we call them sit and stands this workout. Some people can't stand for whatever reason. I have schools with disabilities joining, care homes up to the age of 100. So mummy's doing the double leg extension. You could do a leg extension if you can't stand. She's got both legs up, which is really quite hard. I don't know if you've tried that. You have to sit quite far back on your chair and lift up, hold. You're holding for a nice long time, so these are getting strong, right? And mummy's been through her own journey with her knees and osteoporosis, knee flare-ups, and this has got really strong. There's a 10-minute knee snack on YouTube. Look for that video as well if you have any issues with knees. That's level 1. Level 2, anyone that has the chair as support, I'm showing you all levels. Some of you can start sitting, standing, or doing the version if you know what I'm talking about. But for anyone that's new to the workouts, knees are about shoulder width distance. Your knees are always going to go out in line with your toes, never coming in. I'm using my chair, so mummy, do you want to do this one with me? Just lifting up a few inches and coming down. Have your feet a little bit wider. Good. Breathe out, breathe in. Even here, engage your pelvic floor. That means tightening around where you're passing urine and your back passage as you lift. It's quite a good little way to just get everything nice and tight, zipping up the core all the way up. Good. That's level 2. Level 3, which some of you are already doing, is if you're able to stand without any support all the way up. But you choose your level based on your ability. This is your feel-good workout, whatever feels good for you today. So here, perfect form. I can see my toes. So my weight is in my heels. Again, there's a full description on squats with videos in my book as well. So please check that out. I want you to do them perfectly. Let's have a little break. Relax for a second. Those are your levels. We are going to maybe add in some weight because we're going to do 10 repetitions. You could hold some tin cans out if you're doing leg extensions even, or you could even add in a shoulder press at the top if you want. So you could even do a leg extension with a shoulder press and down, or you can try and shoulder press or just come up holding a weight. So it's just holding it. Squeeze your glutes at the top, slow down. If you're coming all the way up, maybe adding in a shoulder press for a body move. Whatever works for you. We're doing 10. So we've got 8 more, yeah, mummy? Lovely, keep counting for us. You do it in your own time. Perfect form. This sit and stand, because that's what I hope we can do for as long as possible. And if you can't stand, just keeping your leg strength is such an important factor for longevity. Maintaining our independence. Good, it's getting warm now. 9. Holding your trophies all the way up. 10. Some of you were squatting before I did those 10. So give yourselves a clap because some of you did a lot of reps there. Whatever you managed to do you feel it? So I feel out of breath, just like I did with cardio, but I'm actually maintaining and building lean muscle mass and burning fat. The more muscle you have, the more calories you will burn even at rest, all in my book. So please look up how important it is obviously to maintain a healthy weight as well. We're going to do press-ups as our last little extra, which again is in the book. but we're going to do either seated, or Mummy's going to take it to the wall, and she can move her feet a little bit further away to progress, or you could do standing press-ups against your kitchen counter. Nice and straight. Lovely straight line from your head down to your heel. I will show you the seated option. My legs are nice and wide. Back is straight. I bend the elbows. Inhale, exhale, push away. So we're trying to target all the muscles in your upper body. Inhale, exhale. Well done. I can see lots of you on Zoom going away from the screen to the wall. Well done on YouTube. Keep going, everyone. It's getting so warm that I'm going to have to open this back door here just to get some air in. Lovely press-ups, Mummy. How are we all doing? You do about 10 or even more if you want a challenge. Good. Lovely straight line. If you're against the wall, really straight line, and exhale. Good. Lovely work. Roll out your wrists when you're ready. How are we all feeling? We're going to do one band snack. So if you've got a resistance band or a belt is perfect for this one, or a gown tie or something long. We're only going to do one, but I'm going to hopefully next Friday we'll do this stack, the full snack, which is the desk sofa snack on page 157. This could be your homework when you're watching TV to do this one. And this has got, the first move is neck rolls and heart openers, but it's got our shoulder floss, which we're going to go through now. And it's got a video for you. So let's do the shoulder floss. We normally do this at the beginning. Every week is different. This will feel different now because we've just worked all these muscles. So we're going to try and go up and over with belt or band. Nice, and either straight arms, which is harder, or you can bend the arms. You don't even have to go as far. You just go nice and symmetrical. You're trying to get some range of movement in your ball and socket joint, shoulders. And this is another one that I would love you to do every day. When you're sitting on the sofa or first thing in the morning, just getting that lovely range of movement. Can you feel that, Mummy? So we hold the band tighter, then it gets a little bit harder because you've got resistance on the band. Let's go for just 2 more. It's quite hard because we've just worked all the muscles. You should feel a little bit different. Keep your neck nice and straight. Chin ups, lovely. Going up and round, lovely. So if you can't go all the way, so I want my mum to try and go all the way forwards and back. Maybe a little bit looser on the band. Lovely. Are we doing 20? Wow. Okay, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Give yourselves a little clap. We are at the final bit of our workout, and today, again, we're going to use from my book, the seated stretch snack. So we can do this all seated. So we've gone through the whole Feel Good Fitness description using my book today. So we've got an upper body and hamstring stretch. So we're going to focus on our breathing. It says treat yourself to these quick, easy stretches. This is important for this workout to reduce any risks of injuries. We can do, it says one leg out, straight, with your heel on the ground. Reach your arms up, Mummy, to lengthen your spine. And then you're going to reach as far forward as you can and place your hands by your toes, your front of your leg, or the front of your leg, wherever it goes, and hold. So it's all about having a lovely straight leg, getting that stretch from the top of the back of the leg all the way down, even relaxing, stretching out your arms or back. Relax your neck and shoulders. I want you to breathe 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stretching is so important. to reduce risks of injuries, to keep flexible, to reduce any muscle soreness after any new exercises we may have done, and just to help you with your self-care, breathing and relaxing the body and mind. Shall we do the other side? Reaching, don't worry if you can't reach your toes. You place your hands anywhere that feels good. Just keep that leg nice and straight. Breathe and relax into it. 3 deep breaths. There's a section on stretch as well, the importance, the science. There's so much research that is new that I've included in the book as well. What's the next one, Mummy? Side reach, yep. So it says simply raise one arm up and over your head and reach towards the opposite direction. You can loop the other hand of the other arm behind your back or your chair for a deeper stretch. I'm going to show you standing that I've got it up and over, and then I'm reaching the other arm, so I'm opening out this chest as well. But whatever works for you, we're going to do it seated, reaching over, maybe look up the hand, lovely side stretch, and release. Do you like that one? And then up and over, and then you can maybe place this hand behind your back or your chair. Really lengthen. Try and breathe here. Inhale, exhale, and release. Which is the next one? Can you read that? Is your eyes good?
Glute stretch. Place one foot on the opposite knee and encourage the elevated knee out as much as feels good.
Good. So this can be really hard. If you can't do this, maybe look at just holding your knee in towards your chest. If you can place the foot on the other leg, sit down and try and maybe ease out. Just gently push this knee out to give you a lovely stretch. I deepen this by going towards my chest, towards my shin. But just do what you can, hold and breathe. This is a great one to do when you're watching TV. Yep, if anyone watches TV every night, let's change direction. So you could do the knee hug stretch, which is actually in my book written, or you could do this glute stretch. See how this feels. Breathing in. There's lots of next steps. It says other things that you can tie on, little snacks that you can add on to this one as well. And then the last one is your tricep stretch. Bend the arm and bring your left elbow straight up by grab your left elbow with your right hand, and with some light pressure, pull the left elbow back towards your head and almost behind it. So a lot of us are here. I saw that last week. We're going to try over time to do this stretch regularly and really encourage. This is the triceps that we worked with that overhead extension exercise, but this is a great one. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yes?
Lots.
Lots. Is it tight to yours?
Yeah.
So Mummy, that's your homework. So listen to your body. There might be something that you need to do extra of this week. Let's try the other side, the tricep stretch. So how does this one feel? Now do your right elbow. You can stand up or stay seated. Really lengthen out. How does this side feel? Better? So your left side, Mummy's noticing, is a bit tighter this week. Practice a little bit more, yeah? Lift your chin up, Mummy, if you can. Back straight. Just breathe into it and relax. We're going to do the Feel Good Hug, which has its own snack because I love it so much. In the book, we're going to do a nice Feel Good Hug. Before we do the Feel Good finish, we're opening out the arms, breathing in lots of positivity. You're going to give yourself a lovely big hug. You so deserve it. But round the back, it's like a seated or standing cat-cow from yoga. If you've got a loved one, I want you to go and grab them or send a virtual hug to someone. Mummy and me send big hugs. I'm going to give Mummy a big hug. Well done, Nisha.
Well
good
done,
girl.
Nisha.
So good. And then we have our feel good finish, which is also in my book. its own snack because we always finish. I hope, first of all, that you feel good and better than when you started. Whatever you managed to do, well done. A big positive inhale as you reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down, release any tension, negativity, stress. We have lots of workouts translated in Gujarati by Mummy on YouTube. Could you do one in Gujarati for us now?
અંદર શ્વાસ લ્યો, બધા શુભ વિચારો અંદર લઈ જાઓ. બારે શ્વાસ કાઢો, બધા અશુભ વિચારો બારે કાઢો.
Lovely, thank you. One final big positive inhale. This time the hands meet at the top. Capture that positivity, bring it down to your heart center. Close your eyes for a second in prayer position. I want you to have a moment of gratitude to say well done to yourself for the amazing work. Thank your body for whatever it managed to do. Sending you all love and strength always and happiness. Well done. Super work. Some of you are in couples. Lovely. I saw this high five towards me. Kirti Shah, lovely high fives back. We're a virtual community. So, and I can see Vinu uncle and Jambu auntie giving each other high fives. We're all together. I'm going to talk to everyone on Zoom. Please share these workouts. Please drop a comment. I want to help as many people as possible. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And I'm going to just say goodbye to YouTube. Well done, Mummy. Super work. How do you feel?
Yeah, good.
Good. Feels good. That's the most important. We're going to